Hello, thanks for joining me. My background and environment looks a little different today because I'm actually sitting in the car. We're having a beautiful little camping holiday with my family down at Brunswick Heads, northern New South Wales. This is day 2, so I've got beach hair. I love it. I love not washing my hair for a few days and having that salt water in my hair. So welcome. So today, this week, we're talking about getting help with meals and why it's important and what you can do. So if you are getting ready to have your baby, or you've already got your baby, and one thing you're going to need is some meals dropped to you and ready to go, because you're going to be very hungry and you're going to have your hands full with breastfeeding, toileting the baby, changing nappies, and sleep and all the rest of it. And if you've got other children, then you're going to really have your hands full. So even if your partner is doing a lot of the cooking, it's just a really beautiful thing for you guys to be able to come together and have those moments where you don't have to worry about things like that, and you're just together in this as a beautiful bonding experience. So first of all, you want to write down 3 to 5, preferably 5 family or members or friends who you know would be really helpful in that area of cooking. They like cooking. You might know that they are a great cook and they do really yummy meals. Definitely don't ask someone who doesn't like cooking. And so you write those down, the names. The next thing is, if you've already got your baby, ask your partner or one of those friends to do up a little meal roster, or to contact these people, first of all, and then have a little roster happening with them. You don't want to be, unless you're pregnant and haven't had your baby yet, definitely do all that organizing. But if you already have your baby, then you want to have someone else help you there. So you've got your list of 3 to 5 people, and then you want to be able to give them some recipes, because oftentimes people do not know what to cook for a new mum or a family. And they want to make it really flavoursome, of course, and but they might use lots of onion, and they could use legumes that haven't been soaked if you're vegetarian, and just really kind of rich foods, like someone might drop off lasagna or a rich creamy potato bake. And whilst those foods are okay other times, mostly when you've just had a baby, you do not want to be eating those rich, hard to digest foods. Legumes are okay sort of a bit further down the track. And look, sometimes mums can have no problems at all with legumes. They don't cause colic in the baby. For me personally, they always upset my tummy, and therefore all my babies got really bad colic pains with having anything with legumes in it for those early weeks. So you want to be able to give them some recipes or some guidelines around making some soupy, nourishing, like brothy soups, using organic chicken bone broth or organic beef broth or an organic vegetable broth, if you're vegetarian, and making sure that there's good fats in it as well. So maybe they can cook with ghee or coconut oil on low heat, and just making them really nourishing. They can add in herbs like parsley and I've got a little creature in here. They can use like lots of nice herbs and things like that to put in. That's no problem at all. They can even do like a curry based one with cumin and turmeric and what else, like ginger. Fresh ginger is great, grated up in these soups and broths and things like that. Even if it's hot weather, that can be, I know, not very appealing for some of you if it's summer and you need to, have these warm soups, it might not sound like you've got to really enjoy them, but just try it. Honestly, sometimes when you're just sitting there and you're in that little zone, just having that warm, nourishing soup is, even if it's hot weather, will be just what you need. So if they can even do it in a slow cooker, and that way, they've made one big batch of soup, and they can bring the slow cooker around, and then you've got it there to have throughout the day, because you will be hungry and it's just easy to go, and that's your fast food. Another thing that you can have one or two of your friends or family members make are some good protein snacks. So things like bliss balls. Now make sure that they've soaked the nuts, or they've used sort of like roasted nuts, but they can add in, even some carob powder or some cacao powder. And just keep them really simple, not too much dried fruit. Dates are fine. I could sweeten them with dates. It's probably better than doing it in other dried fruits. Maybe even some dried apricots will be okay, depending. It's a bit trial and error with a new baby. So yes, that's my tip for today. So getting your 3 to 5, preferably 5 people on board to help you. They can drop off these meals to your door. They don't have to stay. Like if you can just request that at the beginning to please drop the meals, let us know that you're coming. They can leave the meals in an esky or something like that if you're not up to having the visitors. And if they do come and pop in for a visit, make sure you're setting your boundaries and saying, look, you can stay for 5 minutes and then I'm going to have to, rest or whatever. Keep that little bubble around you. Okay, so now if there's anything you need to know more of, please reach out and make sure that you're looking after yourself, mama, because if you're not looking after yourself, then you're not going to be looking after your bubby or your family optimally as well. And trust me, over time, it does make a difference. All right, that's all for me this week from Brunswick Heads, and I will see you next week when I'm back home. Have a beautiful week. Bye.